Welcome to our today's class. This is our topic 1, parts of speech. We are going to study pronouns as our topic 1. I will be your presenter. We have Victor of birth 050162/2020. I belong to the group 1 category. So, what are pronouns? So, now pronouns are words that are used to replace nouns in a sentence to avoid repetition. They can refer to people, objects, or things. Then we have common examples of pronouns. They include he, she, it, they, you, we, and I. And something to note is that pronouns help make sentences less repetitive and more conscious. So I'm going to take you through the types of pronouns. We have 9 main types of pronouns which have been discovered so far. These are: number 1, we have personal pronouns, we have possessive pronouns, we have reflexive pronouns, we have demonstrative pronouns, we have interrogative pronouns, we have relative pronouns, we have indefinite pronouns, we have reciprocal pronouns, we have intensive pronouns. Now let us discuss these pronouns in details. We are going to start with the personal pronouns. So what are personal pronouns? Personal pronouns are pronouns that represent specific people, objects, or things. They are often categorized into 3 persons and in various forms. Here are the commonly used personal pronouns. We have the first person singular, which is referring to oneself. So we have I, which represent the subject form. We have me, which represent the object form. We have my, which represent the possessive. We have second person singular, which is referring to the person you are addressing. So we have you, which is in the subject and object form. We have your, which is in possessive form. Then third person singular is referring to a singular person or object. We have he, which refers to the subject form. We have she, who refers to the subject form of a female. Then we have it, which refers to the subject form for non-living or gender neutral objects. We have him, which refers to the object form male and non-living objects. We have her, which refer to object form for females. We have it, which refer to the object form for non-living or gender neutral objects. We have his, which refer to possessive form for males and non-living objects. We have her, which refer to possessive form for females. Then finally we have it, which refers to possessive form for non-living or gender neutral objects. Now let us look at the plural forms for the above personal pronouns. We have first person plural, which will be having we, us, and our. Then we have the second person plural, which is you and your. Then we have the third person plural, which is they, them, and their. Let us look at the second type of pronouns, that is possessive pronouns. So possessive pronouns are pronouns that demonstrate ownership or possession. They replace nouns and indicate who owns or possesses something. Here are the most common possessive pronouns. We have my, which is for singular first person. We have your, which is for singular second person. We have his, which is for singular third person male. We have her, which is for singular third person female. We have it, which is for singular third person neutral or non-living. We have our, which is plural first person. We have your, which is plural second person. We have their, which is the plural third person. So, for example, instead of saying the book belongs to John, you can use a possessive pronoun. The book is his. The possessive pronouns help make sentence more conscious and less repetitive while indicating ownership or possession. Let us look at another type of pronoun, that is reflexive pronouns. So reflexive pronouns are a type of pronouns used when the subject and the object in a sentence are the same person or thing. They are formed by adding self in the singular form and selves in the plural form to other pronouns. Here are the reflexive pronouns in English. Singular. In singular we have myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, for non-living self, for non-living things. Now, in plural we have ourselves, yourselves, themselves. So, reflexive pronouns are used to show that the action of the verb is being performed by the subject on itself. For example, I ate myself while playing. She dressed herself for the party. In these sentences, the reflexive pronouns myself and herself show that the subject I and she are performing the actions on themselves. Then fourthly, we have the demonstrative pronouns. What are demonstrative pronouns? Demonstrative pronouns are pronouns that are used to point to specific nouns in a sentence. They help identify which person, place, or thing is being referred to in English. There are four main demonstrative pronouns. We have these of T, H, I, S. So this is used to indicate a singular noun that is nearby or in the present. For example, this is my book. Secondly, we have that. So that is used to indicate a singular noun that is more distant or in the past or future. For example, that is the house we visited last summer. Then thirdly, we have these of T-H-E-S-E. So this is used to indicate plural nouns that are nearby or in the present. For example, these are my friends. Then number 4, we have those. So those is used to indicate plural nouns that are more distant or in the past or future. For example, those were the best days of my life. Then number 5, we have the interrogative pronouns. What are interrogative pronouns? So interrogative pronouns are pronouns used to introduce questions. They are typically used to ask for information about people, things, or places. In English, there are 5 main interrogative pronouns. Number 1, we have who. Who is used to inquire about a person or people. For example, who is coming to the party. Secondly, we have whom. Whom, similar to who, but used as the object of a sentence or question. For example, who did you see at the event? Then thirdly, we have whose. So whose is used to inquire about ownership or possession. For example, whose jacket is this? Fourthly, we have what. What is used to ask about things or non-specific items. For example, what is your favorite color? Number 5, we have which. So which is used to choose from a specific set of options. For example, which book should I read? Finally, let us look at the 6th type of pronoun, that is relative pronouns. So relative pronouns are pronouns that introduce relative clauses in a sentence. These clauses provide additional information about a noun that was mentioned earlier in the sentence. Relative pronouns help connect and clarify the relationship between the noun and the information being provided. In English, the most common relative pronouns are, we have who, which refers to people, or for example, the person who called me is my friend. We have whom, also refers to people. Okay? It is used as object of a verb preposition. For example, the man whom I met is a doctor. Then we have which refers to things or non-living objects. The book which is on the shelf is mine. Then finally we have that. So that can refer to both people and things. The dog that barks loudly is annoying. Now let us look at the 7th type of indefinite pronoun. So of pronouns, we have indefinite pronouns. So what is indefinite pronoun? Indefinite pronouns are pronouns that do not refer to any specific person, thing, amount, or place. They are used to talk about non-specific or unknown items or to make general statements. Some common indefinite pronouns in English include all, another, any, anyone, anything, both, each, either. everyone, everything, few, many, neither, nobody, no one, none, nothing, one, several, some, somebody, someone. For example, somebody left the umbrella here. You can see there is no specific person. Then secondly, we have many are interested in the job. Number 8, we have the reciprocal pronouns. So reciprocal pronouns are pronouns that indicate an action or feeling is mutually shared between two or more people or things. They are used when the action is directed back to the subject involved. In English, the most common reciprocal pronouns is each other. Here are some of the examples. They hugged each other. John and Mary love each other. The two teams competed against each other. Finally, we have the last type of pronoun, that is intensive pronouns. So, intensive pronouns, also known as emphatic pronouns, are pronouns that are used to emphasize a preceding noun or pronoun in a sentence. They serve to add emphasis or intensify the subject of the sentence, rather than indicating a reflexive action as a reflective pronouns do. In English, intensive pronouns are formed by adding self in the singular form and selves in the plural form to certain pronouns. The most common intensive pronouns are, we have the ones in singular, such as myself, yourself, himself, herself, for non-living things. So in plural form, we have ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Here are some examples of intensive pronouns usage. So I myself will take off the situation. She painted the room herself. They clean up the mess themselves. That was all we had for you for today. Thank you.